up? I just dropped my mouse. Is everything still recording? What's up, everybody? Oh, dog. Project Z, if you guys have been living under a rock, Project Z is the new Dragon Ball RPG. We don't know if that's the official name. I don't think it's the official name. That has been announced, and they finally dropped a trailer for the game, which we already saw. We saw the official release on the Dragon Ball FighterZ Tournament World Tour, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we're gonna watch it again just so we can like more fluidly break it down, and we have a lot to say about this. So of course, naturally, I'm joined by Capital One Stupid Boy, and you know what? We're gonna have another high five right now, okay? So
hold on.
1, 2, 3! I hope we did that right.
Yeah, I'll make it look spiffy. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. We're very excited. Hit the like button if you are too, and if you're not, we'll see how you feel afterwards. We're gonna talk about a lot of things that everybody's probably concerned about. Let's go. So you tell me if you want me to press pause at any point here.
Pause!
So Dragon Ball Z, pause.
Right here, my official analysis says this is a Dragon Ball Z game. Okay, I'm paused.
No, see, and that it sounds like he's memeing, but that's actually, there's so many different series in Dragon Ball now that.
No, I was definitely memeing, but sure.
Yeah, no, but seriously, like actually, that's a good point. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, where's Dragon Ball Super?"
Well, let's talk about that for a quick second. Because
Yeah.
actually, one of the critiques that I saw was, they're gonna do something stupid or something scummy, like have Super as DLC or yada yada yada. And you have to realize is while yes, we would love to have literally every part of the story of the game, we're not gonna get that. We're not gonna get that. There's gonna be a sequel most likely, because this game is gonna sell like hotcakes, because it's Dragon Ball. And I'm sure whenever that comes out, we'll get probably like Project Super or Project GT, Project whatever.
People need to realize that this game is not like other Dragon Ball games. So it's more like you can't look at it the same way as like, oh, I just want all these characters. I just want, gimme, blah, blah, blah. Instead, I kind of like that they might be taking like a smaller chunk of the story and they can really explore it like it's never been explored before, because now they have like a little bit less to focus on, and they're able to like make that, you know, as beautiful as it possibly can be. But nonetheless, let's keep moving through this. We're gonna talk a lot, but a lot of that's gonna come after this is already done. But we are gonna break this down right now. Visuals.
Dog, CC2 is perfect.
Visuals.
I've been saying since like the Storm days, if CC2 ever did Dragon Ball, they would do it justice, because this story, you can't deny it. This story mode in Storm 2, Storm 3, look beautiful, phenomenal. Now it's not obviously going to be Storm. It's like it's a single player experience. And
it's a single player RPG.
Yeah, the one thing that CC2 absolutely nailed in the Storm series was the story mode, 100%.
Right. Dino and I were freaking out at every little moment, and people were kind of memeing us for it, but it was it just looked so good. Like right here.
Oh my god!
Right here, for example, like the fact that he's on King Kai's planet and this is an action RPG makes me so excited, because I don't know if you remember, we got a little taste of like being able to run on like Snake Way with like, do you remember Infinite World?
It was an Infinite World, yeah.
Yeah, you could run on Snake Way.
One of the only reasons why I bought Infinite World was because of the Snake Way thing. I'll be real with you.
Dog,
I wanted a Dragon Ball game where you can just kind of like run around.
Right. And like that's the thing, in so many different games we've seen like little hints of like an action RPG, just elements of them between fights and stuff like that, which was cool, but now we're getting like a full deep dive into like what that really is gonna be. And like I need you guys to really imagine it, like instead of you know generic Dragon Ball Z game, because everyone's thinking like, oh, we're just gonna fight Raditz and go through the story again. No, like instead it's not just gonna be as simple as, oh, you appear and now you're fighting Raditz, and then you appear and you're fighting Nappa, blah, blah. No, you are going to like start in a certain location. You're gonna have to run and maybe go fight Gohan,
dinosaurs,
go save Gohan. Yeah. Dinosaurs are everywhere. Take your Nimbus to go hunt down Raditz.
Those who are like, wait, are you really excited about fighting dinosaurs? It's a Legacy Goku thing. If you guys watch Legacy Goku or played Legacy Goku, which was a Game Boy series, it was one of the things you do is you fight like basically the overworld creatures. They had a lot of stuff like the thugs, like the dog thugs. They had
but that's
dinosaurs.
What's dope is like you're getting to immerse yourself in this world in a way that we haven't seen in an extremely long time. We've never seen it on these consoles before, ever. Not on like the new gen console. So I'm like, oh man, I'm just so excited. So it's just a different take on what you
now,
on what
something
you would
I
expect
want to
from
point
a
out
Dragon Ball
that kind of has been bugging me is one of the biggest critiques I saw in my comments and on Twitter actually is, great, we got to play the Dragon Ball story once again. I'm like, First of all, the last time we had the Dragon Ball story was in like 2008, 2009. We're not counting Battle Z because that game was dog shit. I'm sorry.
Right.
We don't count that. Prior to that, it was Raging Blast 1, which let you play through a story. Ultimate Take HD, they only had the hero mode, if I remember correctly. I don't know if they had like the actual story. And
Yeah, I don't think it was the
outside
story.
that, we had Burst Limit. So Raging Blast and Burst Limit were like it was like almost 10 years ago now at this point.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And the funny thing is when Xenoverse came out, when Fighters came out, I actually saw a lot of tweets and comments saying, wow, why can't they just do the original story again? And now we get an original story, and people are like, wow, we get to see the original story again. Shut up!
Everybody's mad about it, yeah.
Shut up!
But I think what it is it's just the minority is often the loudest.
It's the opposite. It's the opposite crowd. That's what it is. Because you got the people that are excited for it, and then the people are not. And obviously,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the people. Yeah, it's not the same people. They're all making different noise. But basically, you're not gonna make everybody happy. But I just think for those people who aren't extremely excited for this game, I'm not telling you to be, because at the end of the day, we don't even know how this is gonna be.
Really looks
but
like,
I'm still extremely excited because of the potential that it has, because we haven't seen something like this. It's a new take. It's not just like you guys need to look at this, and I brought up this comparison before, I'm gonna bring it up again. Just like you play a game like Zelda, because people also are saying like, oh, if there's no online, like what's the point? I'm not gonna play if I can't play with my friends. I wanna play with my friends, blah blah blah. Which, okay, I'm not saying that wouldn't be cool, but you need to look at it like when you bought, you know, if you hypothetically bought like a Zelda game, or if you bought like God of War, if you bought blah blah blah, it's that type of experience where you're immersing yourself into a world and you're being able to play through a beautiful story that's just like, hopefully it captivates you. And like, yes, you've seen the story, we've seen the story 1,000 times, but like, it's about how they do it and how they execute it. This could be the best retelling of the story through a video game that we've ever seen before, because they're taking it, like, you're gonna be able to fly around Namek. What if you get to be on the Capsule Corp space pod, being able to train with those, and CC2 does really good.
That alone sells me on it, just being able to like fly around the world. Like I said, back when I was a kid, when I would play Budokai 3, one of my favorite aspects of Budokai 3 was just flying around the map, because that felt so dope. And we get to do that, because this is a free roam game. This is a sandbox open world game. That's what open world means. You get to do all that.
Exactly.
So it's like, that alone sells me on it.
Yeah,
now, something I do want to point out, another critique that I saw, which is actually something good to talk about, is a lot of people were saying, oh, it only goes up to the Namek Saga.
Yeah, because this trailer, I do want to say this trailer is the first trailer of this game ever. So, depending on how far they are in development, they might just be comfortable with showing up to the Frieza Saga. We don't know yet. It could go further than that.
I don't know why this always happens. Whenever a game is revealed, the first thing you always see is like, oh, wow, they don't have X, Y, and Z. It's like, it's the first trailer.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
if they showed everything, you'd have other people saying like, oh, why are they showing everything? Why they just exposed the whole game?
Again,
wow, they just ruined the whole game.
It's the opposite crowds, but it is a good point to point out. But honestly, even if it is one up the Frieza Saga, again, it's going back to what I was saying earlier, they're not going to give you everything in this game.
Right.
With how game development works, is they give you basically like bits of it, you know, and if you like it, then they have something else to work on. I know it sucks sometimes. Like, I would love to get the Ultimate Dragon Ball game that has literally every bit of the story, every bit of characters, but then what do they do next?
And we also have to remember that this is the first of its kind. This is the first Project Z. Like, this is its own brand new IP. So, like, if it does just go up to Frieza, hypothetically, that could actually be a really long game if they really flesh out the story. Because Dragon Ball is not a short story. Even up through the Frieza arc, that is a huge chunk of gameplay if they really... Again, you're not just going to appear and fight Raditz, and then appear and fight Nappa, and appear and fight Vegeta, and just basic stuff like that. You're gonna be able to explore. Yeah, Snake Way is half of the game or something.
They'll probably give you fast travel once you unlock instant transmission after the Frieza arc.
Yeah, if it does go beyond the Frieza arc. And think about that. I do want to go back to this scene real quick, because this is Goku charging up Spirit Bomb, I believe, against Vegeta, because it looks like he's on Earth.
No, that's against Frieza.
He's on Earth.
Was he without shirt?
Yeah, he doesn't have a shirt, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's against Vegeta.
Yeah, so that's against Vegeta. And the reason why I say that is, imagine Grade 8 Vegeta in this game.
Boss fight. Yo, shout out to
They could really make Grade 8 Vegeta like I don't know.
I would say shout out to SeeReax, because when Ultimate Take HD came out, SeeReax is the guy who came up with the Raging Blast 3 project idea concept. I would not be surprised if his concept of the giant boss fights was pulled and thrown into his video, because back in 2011 when he gave all that stuff
a game like this they can do giant fights better in this game than they ever could in any of the other fighting games.
I hope so.
Right?
Fingers crossed, because you never know.
I'm just saying they could, like, because this is a true RPG. Like, you're gonna jump on mountains and fly to different mountains and, you know, dodge. Yeah, I don't know, it's just gonna be so crazy. I'm just so excited. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. This is why we're getting hyped at like every little moment, because it's brand new. This looks beautiful. This scene is obviously iconic, and they pulled it off. And
Dude,
I like that scene transition.
One of the things that people said is like, why did you guys get so excited? They showed nothing. I'm like, well, first of all, I expected them to show literally nothing. Maybe just like Goku flying and like a pre-rendered cutscene and then like the logo. We got a lot. We gotta look at how the cutscenes look. We know the game's gonna be beautiful. We did get a brief look at the gameplay of Goku just kind of walking around, but that gives you an extent of how much there is in the overworld. So keep playing.
In this game, the game isn't gonna be for everybody. Like, it's not gonna be for
there,
everybody.
right there.
All right, there we go.
That to me is dope. That is super cool because it shows you like
Just look
how
at
much.
this.
Yeah.
We got so excited at this, and then people were like, Goku walks, Dino and Deion. Oh my God, get his But it's because, just look at this. What they're showing here is, yes, they're not showing combat yet, but it's just showing where you can go in the world. It's just showing like, oh, you can go all over the Dragon Ball world. Now, what my concern is, I hope that they don't do something where like you know, like you can like just you can only fast travel essentially. Like you have to fast travel to this location, and then you can go to Capscore. I want to be able to like literally take my character. Like if I'm Goku right now, I want to be able to fly up and just go to West City and just be able to fly.
I'm gonna say this right now. If it ends up being one of those like fake open world games where there's like different locations you can visit, like you just said, I would not like that. But if you can actually actively go from point A to point B, like fly from Kame House all the way to West City,
like stop by somewhere, go fishing real quick, you know, something like that. Just little stuff, kill a dinosaur every here and there. Then that would be dope. But I would still like the option of fast travel, but only if you want to.
I'll be honest.
Fly around.
If they do like separate zones, that would be an instant boner killer for me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want them to do that, but I'm saying like have that be optional for people who want to just quickly get to another place.
No. I'm not even talking about fast. I'm talking about if it's not like actually open world where you can go literally from Kame House to like West City all in the same burst. I'm talking about like, oh, now you can visit Capsule Corporation. Now you can visit this section. This is
what gives me hope.
I don't want that.
This was a big scene. This scene is what gave me hope. Cause look at that. Look at this scene. This is because I don't think this is a cutscene. This is just more of the open world. It's just showing like you can be in this random zone outside of the city, and like if you're, I think this is a gameplay right here. This is gameplay of Goku standing here, and I think you can just fly to that city from here. That's what I think. That's what I'm taking from this. That's why this scene was super hyped to me, because it's just showing how big this world is. You see this mountain in the back right corner? You can fly there if you want to. Why not? Go ahead. Go ahead, Deion. Where the Dragon Balls at? I don't know. Get the Dragon Radar. You can go fly and find them. I'm excited.
My first Dragon Ball game growing up was Legacy of Goku, because Legacy of Goku, I believe, came out before the Budokai series. And I remember I always tell myself, if they ever do Legacy Goku on consoles, it would be like just
playing in the background now.
I just want it. I want it. It would just be perfect.
Right.
Let me not say perfect because it's gonna have its obvious flaws, but like just as a fan of the Dragon Ball universe, being able to play through the story that way, not like in the typical fighter, I'm all for it. Give me that shit right now.
Exactly. Something they also mentioned in this trailer at some point. They say that whoa, I just noticed something actually. Oh no, that was just Piccolo. No, I'm tripping. Something else in this trailer. I think they said it's the story of Goku. Yeah. So what that makes me think is you might. I don't know, but that might mean you only get to play as Goku in this game and go through like Goku's perspective of things. So like when the Snake Way thing is happening,
but it makes me believe that the official title is going to be Legacy Goku.
That would be crazy. That would be really crazy.
Imagine the next big reveal of this game is, by the way, Legacy Goku. Because
it is just showing Goku stuff. Like for the most part, like yeah, Vegeta's a leaking, but that's like a Goku moment in its own way right there. But I don't know how I feel about that. You guys let us know. I know everybody, again, we have this, I think, thought as a community of like, oh, more is always better. And in a way that's true, but at the same time, it's quality over quantity. Like, if they give us a really dope, well fleshed out Dragon Ball experience that we've never gotten, even if you are just Goku, see the one they call Kakarot, I think it's like just the story of Goku or from his perspective. Like, I don't think I would be too against that. Oh, and you even saw the dinosaur fly by. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, one last thing I also want to point out to the people who speculated it's only the Frieza arc. I don't know how much you can take this into consideration, but this is presented by Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat, and Sean's exact words were the original story of Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
He said that the whole original story of Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't know if he was just saying that because that's the script that he got, or if he like actually meant to say that. But that also makes me believe that we are going to go more into like the Boo and Cell stuff as well. But again, I have no idea.
I just don't know if that'll be in this game. Like,
Yeah.
all right, let me ask you a
possible.
question. There's good DLC and bad DLC, right? Like, I know some people are just automatic, like, oh, FDLC, period. But if they did something where, like, and I don't think this will happen, I think they would save it for a sequel, but say this game did theoretically stop at the end of Frieza, right? I wouldn't be against them, like, opening up, like, a new part of the world for, like, the Android saga, and, like, you can continue from there.
You know
But
what I think actually?
I don't think that'll happen.
DLC?
I think they would save that for a sequel.
Yeah. I feel like if it does end up being just a Frieza arc, they could save the sequel to be like Legacy Goku 2 and Boost Fury. But what I think they could do for DLC as well as an option, or they might already have it in the game because the Game Boy games did have this as well, is movies. Like, oh, there's a big power level over there. Oh no, Broly, how did you get here? Or let's go to Namek. Oh no, Cooler's here. Like, they could do something like that as well. But again, they already had that in the Legacy Goku games. Legacy Goku 2 and Boost Fury had like basically like those special movie fights as well.
Even if there was like 3 games where it was like, this one is covering 2 sagas. So we have Vegeta, or the Saiyan Saga, and then the Frieza Saga. And then the next game is Android Saga and the Boo Saga. Then next game is Dragon Ball Super. Like, but these are still, again, like, don't think that this will be like something you just fly through. Like, it's going to be, I'm assuming, again, like if they do this right, it's going to be like this very big, immersive game that's like very well fleshed out. I don't know. I just can't say it enough.
In a perfect world, to me, I would love for them to do the entire Z stuff in the first game, like from Saiyan to Boo. And then if they want to do a sequel, just do the Super stuff, because there's still a lot of story to do, you know, for Super to be a game as well. Because you got the Resurrection F, you got
Dog, yeah, even
Trunks
Super could be multiple
Terminal
games.
Power,
or they might do something where, like, even if they had this game right, a more realistic DLC is like you can go through the world but as a different character. So like you go through Goku's story as like the original story, but then like you can unlock a different variation where you get to be Gohan, and then you get to, you know, your daddy dies and you gotta go into the forest and train with Piccolo and stuff like that.
Sonic Adventure 1, they did that with their characters. Same story but different perspectives. Oh, Resident Evil 2 remake that just came out. Leon and Claire.
Oh yeah, you get to be different perspectives. Like, you get to be Piccolo.
Which, by the way,
Vegeta's version would be amazing because you're in space and stuff like that. Like,
just to go off topic for a quick second.
The Great Ape.
Just to go off topic for a quick second. Your boy SeeReax is going to be doing a Resident Evil 2 hardcore playthrough.
That's a cheat code. That's a cheat code.
No, but it's already at a 700 retweets. By the time this video goes live, you're gonna be over 1,000. So you might as well just announce it now. Resident Evil 2 hardcore playthrough with SeeReax. Should you play through Leon or Claire first?
I'm playing as Leon. I'm playing as Claire. I just can't stress these points enough. I really want them to hit home for some of the people who are like doubting the game. Again, it's not going to be for everyone. If you're just like an FGC like intensive guy who only wants to play FGC and, you know, fighting games like that, maybe it won't be a game for you. But if you're somebody who's like, who wants a different take on the Dragon Ball story, or it's the same take but like just one of the best iterations of it, because that's what I'm expecting it to be. I'm not saying it will be, but that's what it looks like off of the first trailer. Then this might be the game for you. Or if you like Zelda, RPGs, anything like that. I'm being open-minded to it, and I just want everybody else to be as well. That's gonna do it for me. Do you have anything left to say?
I can't wait for your Resident Evil playthrough.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. I hate you. If you smell what reacts is cooking.